Newly redesigned to be brighter with more windows, great interior space, and the amazing front kitchen. Folks, this is the 2024 Whitehawk 26FK. Dive right in and talk about the kitchen, because obviously that is the main focal point here in the 26FK. So a couple things I really like. One is the updated countertops. I like how just a little bit more modern it is as far as having the cut here. Obviously that this is going to be like your pseudo solid surface, right? It's going to be lighter weight than a true solid surface, but being the thermoformed countertop that it is, it still allows you to undermount the stainless steel bowl like they have done here. You get both a cutting board as well as the drying rack right next to it. High-rise pull-out faucet here too. And it gives you a great view right out that front windshield. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that windshield. Between that and both windows on the sides, folks, I'm telling you, when you have this outside during the day, it just lights up in here. It brings in so much light, and I absolutely love that. And again, great countertop space everywhere, but not just do you have good space up top, you also get good storage down below. That's something that's missing in a lot of RV kitchens, but take a look at the depth of some of these bottom drawers. I mean, talk about great storage for pots and pans. Then you still have excellent room for your towels, all of your flatware. You can see how far these actually pull out. A lot of times, right, maybe a full pull out, it's only pulling out to here. You're getting some really good space in all these drawers. And again, another really deep one right down below. Love what they have done. And you also see they updated the colors in here. So they kind of went with like an antique cottage, which I really like. I believe they call it a vintage cottage. But it's kind of like a little bit different than what they've had last year. And again, I think they did an excellent job. Something else we're seeing in the industry is this right here. Pretty cool. The Ever-Chill refrigerator. What I really like about this one, though, is so many times people have a preference of which way they want the fridge to open. But with this one, right, fridge, freezer, open it up. You can take a look. You see plenty of space here. Coming in the door, grab what you need, great. But you're like, well, I'd rather have it open from the other side, because sure, it may be easy to get in from outside, but I want to work in the kitchen and be able to grab stuff. Well, yep, you can do that too. It opens both ways, which is honestly kind of a neat feature. And again, as I mentioned, we're starting to see that in a lot more RVs. I've seen it in a few brands now, and it looks like Jayco has brought it in there as well. This is a pretty interesting feature here. A lot of times when we have storage for an indoor-outdoor table like this, it's because the floor plan doesn't have any kind of like dinette or table seating, right? A lot of times it'll be if you just have a theater seats, but with this one, you have plenty of seating here, so the table's literally just be able to take outside, but it is kind of nice they have this dedicated storage area. Now, if we do take a look in the slide out for that seating, you'll see this one has the optional table and chairs. Normally it's a booth dinette. If you want, you can also opt in to have an ottoman. So you have chairs on one side, ottoman on the other, so a couple different seating options there. Then right next to that is the theater seats. You'll see that it has the tables here as well, kind of like little TV trays, and obviously these both recline. I really like what they've done with the windows as well. You don't have like the big lambrequins on the side. You just have like a nice clean header there, just a wooden frame like you would have in the home. It just has a much cleaner look to it. It's not as, I guess, weighted and heavy. So again, I think they've done an excellent job from a design standpoint. Right across from the seating is the TV. Here you'll see again the shiplap. We saw it in the kitchen on that front windshield. They put that in a couple different places. Just a little bit more stylish than what a lot of RV manufacturers are bringing to the table. Multimedia center there and the bigger fireplace. Not only does this look nice, but you have to bear in mind this is also a space heater. So if you need that a little bit of additional heat, that will do it for you. And also right over to the side, do want to point this out. You'll see you have a couple of robe hooks there. So if you need a place to like hang jackets, you can walk in, put them right there. You have a spot for shoes as well. And so again, when you look at kind of like the living space in here, I think they did an excellent job with this couple's model. Now this one does have a pass-through bathroom, but there is a secondary door right into the bedroom, so you can bypass it if someone's in here. Porcelain bowl, as you would expect. Plenty of legroom. I'm about 6 foot tall, about 210. You can see I have plenty of space here. I'll step in the shower just to kind of give you a frame of reference here. And when I'm in the shower, you can see that I have a nice big skylight. Even without it, though, being 6 foot tall, I can still stand up in here, which is wonderful. So you can probably be, 6'2", maybe even 6'3", still be able to stand in here and shower. I can also turn around nice and easily in the neo angle, so I do like that. See over to this side, you get plenty of countertop space in the bathroom, an actual mirrored medicine cabinet. I like that, of course, they have an actual cabinet, storage underneath there, as well as your electrical outlet. And you'll see a courtesy light in here too. This is kind of nice in the middle of the night, so that way you can just keep that on. So if you need just a little bit, if you're like me and you get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, that just makes it a little bit easier. Then when we step back into the bedroom, you will see this is in a slide out, so it really helps to open this space up. And the thing I like about this that I don't see a lot of times is that I can actually get on this side of the bed. A lot of times to slide out, it's really cramped, and I have a pretty big butt, but I can still actually sneak in here, which is great. So I can actually come around and it can fully utilize this bed space. It makes it so much easier to make the bed as well. Storage across the top there. Again, you have that shiplap on the sides. Couple windows in here again to bring in that natural light. Love the entertainment center with plenty of storage all the way around, and you have a second entrance in here so that if you need to enter, exit from here, you can. If you need to pull over on the side of the road and need to take a nap, you can just come right into the bedroom and make that happen. Let's take a look at some of the outside features on the all-new 2024 Jayco Whitehawk 26FK. Up front's your power tongue jack that does have a light on there just for some added visibility, hooking up or disconnecting at night. Right behind that, you have not one but two 30-pound propane tanks with the cover. I actually do kind of like the newer covers here, a little bit more stylish. Right behind that, you will see rails there for your battery as well. Of course, the diamond plating up front, helping protect that front end for any rocks and debris that may get thrown up by a tow vehicle. And what you will actually see with the A-frame here, one of the things that Jayco does very well is it's an integrated A-frame. So you'll see the A-frame goes all the way back in there, welded where it attaches all the way through that frame. So again, having that integrated A-frame really is an extra construction piece that Jayco does really well. Along with that, of course, you have your vacuum bond laminated 2-inch floor. You can see the nice thick vacuum bond sidewalls, aluminum cage on the front. You also have the Magnum Truss roof system on here. Again, you combine all of that. Not only do you have great amenities, but you have a great build here with the Whitehawk. Slam latch baggage doors with magnetic catches. I really like the doors here as well, just because you have actual metal components, not plastics. They work really well when you close them down. You have side camera prep if you want additional side cameras. It's already pre-wired, makes it a heck of a lot easier to have that installed, a lot cheaper for you as well. And take a look at how much space you have in here, right? I mean, it's nice and tall, so you can actually fit some bigger items in there. You can see the griddle that it comes with, love that. Of course, a light in here as well, and an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in. I honestly really like this from the standpoint of I'm able to charge my tools, right? Like my drill, things like that, can plug it in right there, just makes it super convenient. You'll see the tankless water heater. Well, again, a lot of manufacturers are going to that. They did on the Whitehawk as well. Love the tankless. That way you don't have to worry about running out of hot water like you do in so many other RVs. And when you drop down, the quick drop jacks are fantastic, folks. A lot of people go to like power stabilizer jacks, but honestly, I almost prefer these because they actually set up just a heck of a lot quicker than your power jacks do. It just takes a lot of that travel out. When you drop them down, a couple turns, and you are good to go. We have the climate shield on here, so that way you can camp into some colder weather. Of course, we have our solid steps on here with nice big treads. You see this first one is a little bit wider. The reason I like these steps, not only are they more stable, they're also going to be a lot more pet friendly. So if you have fur babies that are gonna stay with you, it's a lot easier for them to get in and out using these steps. You can see the foldable grab handle too, just so you have a little extra control when entering or exiting, and you have a light down underneath, so if you're coming back after a campfire at night, you aren't tripping coming in or out of the RV. Power awning up here as well. Of course, some outside speakers there and a spot for a TV. One of the things I do really enjoy about the Whitehawk as well is the fact it has ASDEL. Again, we're talking about construction. That's another part of that construction piece. The ASDEL isn't going to absorb moisture. It's also going to be lighter weight, and it won't have any off-gassing like you a lot of times will have with that Luan. So it's going to be better for anyone that has allergies or just anyone in general, honestly. And the fact it's lighter weight is always a good thing, and love the fact that it's not going to delaminate on you. This is that secondary entrance we saw. This one goes into the bedroom, so you have a little bit different steps here. They're still aluminum, so again, they're not going to rust on you, but being the secondary steps, they try to save a little bit of money there, and I think that was probably a good choice. Coming around to the back is the ladder, so you can climb up onto that fully walkable roof. Again, having the Magnum Truss roof system up there, 250-pound weight capacity on the ladder. You can see your backup camera prep along with the side cameras we saw. Again, so many windows windows on this coach. Frameless windows too. Big fan of the frameless. Not only do they look a heck of a lot nicer, but because the seals are actually tucked behind the glass, helps protect those a little bit. And because the way they tilt open, essentially tilts open like this, it also means you can have those open during a rain, as long as it's not a sideways rain. It's you're gonna get some airflow and not get all stuffy. You can also see the rear mounted tire. Love having that. Hopefully you never have to use the spare, but in the event you have to get to it, having it right there does make it a heck of a lot easier. Couple slides right here on this side really help opening that space up. And again, you can just see those frameless windows here. Last thing I want to touch on, of course, is going to be the outside shower, and right over around the corner is your battery disconnect. So folks, if you're looking for that great couples model, you want something the couples coach reimagined, right? No longer do you have to just sit in the back. You can have this gorgeous front kitchen. It's open, it's airy, it's bright, it's towable. If you're interested and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching, folks. As always, I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.